even shinier!
My little baby keeps growing. Huh? All right, there's progress.
Feeling pumped.
Fire! Ability increases with age.
I wonder why Dolly suddenly sent us this letter. Dear Magister Merlin, Chippy, and Hammy, it's been a while. I hope everything is going well with your journey. Recently, there have been some strange occurrences at the mystical house. It's hard to explain in a letter. If you've got a moment to spare, could you come back so we can talk in person? Love, Dolly. Dolly is usually able to handle all sorts of situations. If she's reaching out to us, it's probably about something that left her stumped.
Let's leave right away, Magister. Chippy's been dreaming about the tea that Dolly always brews.
You're back!
Whoa, it's so hot here. Was the mystical house always this stuffy?
I think my fur's going to dry out. Dolly, the temperature in here isn't quite right.
I'm really sorry about this. It's one of the reasons why I wrote to you all. While you were away, a lovely lady came by several times. The temperature rose after each of her visits. I had Miss Cassidy help me cool things down with her magic, but it didn't do much. The lady didn't reveal her name, but she did mention that she was here to visit someone very important. She also said she sensed a familiar presence in the area, but when questioned further, she seemed confused, as if she wasn't sure who she was looking for. A mysterious person related to magic. Could she be here to see you, Magister Merlin?
The mystical house is protected by your magic, and you're usually here most of the time. Maybe she detected you and your magic around here. Did she leave anything behind? A message? An insignia? Or anything that identified her?
Only this. I found it next to the table after she left.
What a beautiful feather! It looks like it's on fire!
I can feel the magic emanating from it. And it's strong!
Magister Merlin, could you go talk to this lady? She seemed lost and confused. Chippy and Hammy, why don't you help the Magister find her?
If she found her way to the mystical house by sensing your magic, we might run into her at places where you've cast powerful spells before. For example, the Northern Highlands where the Magister previously cast his ward.
Don't worry, Dolly. Just leave it to us. Are you sure we can find her here? There's no one around.
She was definitely here before. Didn't you notice the temperature here is a little higher than in other places? The land being protected by the Magister's ward is supposed to feel like spring all year round. But it's as hot as summer here near the magic circle.
Then where can we find her?
Well, the whole of Ryham is protected by Magister Merlin's ward. So the magic can be felt anywhere around here. Why don't we head to Ryham first?
Who are you? Where are you from? Who are you looking for?
Apologies. I do not have the answers to these questions either. However, I can sense a special presence in this area. The person I'm looking for must have been around here.
Is it just me, or is it getting warmer? I hope it isn't another fire.
She seems to be lost. Should we ask the Heroic Order for help?
I sense your power. You're the one I've been looking for.
I knew she was looking for the Magister. You can trust us. The Magister is a great mage who can help you.
Thank you. There's something I've been wondering about. Wait. Stand back. I sense an evil presence.
A bit of experience, a bit of luck.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Don't worry. She's here to see the Magister.
Oh, is she a friend of the Magister's? No wonder she was able to fight that monster.
We'll never forget how you all saved Ryham. Since she's your friend, she's welcome here. Everyone, let's hurry home. With the Magister around, everything will be fine.
So, what did you want to ask the Magister just now?
Yes. I'm sure if it's you, you'll know the answer. Do you know who I am?
What? You don't remember your past either? How did you know to look for the Magister? Do you want the Magister to help you remember?
I have a vague idea that there is a goal I must pursue. I just can't remember what it is. While I was searching for my goal, I sensed a familiar, comforting, magical presence. I followed that feeling and found my way to a secret magical building and a magic circle in the area. And then I found you.
The Magister also lost his memory before.
It was so bad that the Magister even forgot who Chippy and I were.
How could this be? You must have felt very lost at that time. I still remember my name. It's Talene. But that's all I remember. People keep asking me, who are you? Where are you from? What are you looking for? I've been trying to find the answers. But it seems like you know nothing about me.
You don't remember anything, and we don't have any clues. This is going to be a tough nut to crack.
Hey! Look over there!
Long story short, Hollistone's in trouble, and only you can sort it out. Look, the situation is one of a kind. Once you see it for yourself, you'll understand why the Heroic Order can't manage something like this.
At least the Heroic Order acknowledges the majesty of the Magister and knows that he'll pull their chestnuts out of the fire whenever they need help.
Time to go.
Please, wait a moment. May I tag along? I've never heard of Hollystone, but you're the only clue I've got. Although we don't know each other, your magical presence may be a connection to my past. It's reassuring to be by your side.
I don't have time to elaborate on the situation. What do you say? Are you taking this beautiful lady with you? General Hogan and his men have already cordoned off the area. There's no time to waste. Let's leave immediately.
Thank Dura above. You're finally here, old friend.
That's why I said you'd understand when you got here. According to information gathered by the Heroic Order, all the witnesses said that the statue vanished in a flash.
It's a feat no ordinary person can pull off. Someone must have used magic. That's why I sent Valen to bring you here. No one knows magic better than you.
Magic.
Miss Talene, did you notice something?
I can feel chaotic magic. In the center of the plaza. The magic feels similar to that of a hypogean. But it's weak.
But there's nothing there.
I can't feel anything. Even if it's there, it's probably residual magic, and there's not much left.
If there is residual magic in the center of the plaza, it's highly likely related to the culprit. We cannot overlook any clues. I'm counting on you, old friend.
After the Magister cast the spell, I also sensed a hypogean-like magic in the center of the plaza. However, Miss Talene, why do you have residual hypogean magic on you?
What? There's also residual magic on me.
Magister, who is this lady?
We only met her a short while ago. She said she had been looking for the Magister, but she can't seem to remember anything.
She's been looking for the Magister and happens to have lost her memory. There's also residual hypogean magic on her. Most importantly, The statue in Hollystone disappeared just as this lady found you. Isn't it too much of a coincidence? I'm just stating the obvious.
Our priority is to locate the statue and quell the chaos. Dura's statue is a sacred symbol to the townsfolk. We have to restore it as soon as possible, and give the townsfolk an explanation. My friend, if this lady really gives off hypogean magic, as you say, we can't ignore it.
I understand the situation. What can I do to clear my name? I'll do my best to cooperate.
Thanks for understanding. If hypogeans are really involved in this matter, I'm afraid sending ordinary knights to deal with it will only cause casualties. Apologies, my friend. Just to be safe, let's have her stay with you for now. I appreciate that. Now, Valen will take you to talk with the witnesses. Hopefully, you can pick up some intel that we might have missed.
A bit of good news. There are plenty of witnesses despite our lack of clues.
Dura's statue disappeared all of a sudden, right in front of my eyes. It happened instantaneously, soundlessly, inexplicably. My apologies. I'm a poet in training. I came here specifically to admire the magnificent statue of Dura. Just when I thought of a good verse, the statue vanished. It's magic, isn't it? It must be. Only awe-inspiring magic can make the statue evaporate like morning mist under the rising sun.
Seems to me he didn't see anything.
Most of the witnesses' statements run along those lines. The only useful intel they provide is that the statue disappeared instantly. But it isn't helpful for us. Let's talk to the others.
Good day, sir. Are you here to investigate the case? I have some information. Oh, I didn't see anything, but my wife did. We were taking a stroll around the square when she suddenly told me she saw a purplish red light. She said the light was extremely... It looked solid and sticky for some reason. As I was trying to calm her down, I turned and found that the statue had disappeared.
A purplish red light. I can't remember, but there's an indescribable sense of disgust churning in my stomach.
We also received reports of an abnormal light. We suspected it was directly related to the missing statue, leading us to conclude that magic was at play. That's why I propose enlisting your help.
That sound. It's still lingering in my mind. Are you here to investigate? Great! I was sewing at home when I suddenly heard a rhythmic chanting coming from outside the window. But when I went to check, there wasn't anyone outside. Meanwhile, there was a commotion at the center of the plaza, with people saying that the statue was gone. Could it be that I've been cursed?
Fret not. I do not sense any evil upon you.
Oh, phew.
Could the rhythmic chanting have been the sound of someone casting a spell? This is new information. General, we've gathered new intel after talking to the witnesses.
You came at the perfect time. The statue of Dura has been found.
What? It's been found? Where?
It's at the Sun Temple. These two esteemed temple members just arrived to bring us the news. The statue has been found. However, may I trouble you two by briefing them on the situation at the Sun Temple once more?
Please bear with us, everyone. The missing statue of Dura in Hollystone is now standing tall at the Sun Temple. Upon inspection, the statue is intact.
However, there is a problem.
There are now 2 statues of Dura,
2 statues?
and they look exactly the same.
I'll take over from here. According to these 2 temple members, the Sun Temple went through something similar to what happened in Hollystone. Without any warning, the statue from Hollystone vanished, just as the one from the Sun Temple suddenly emerged. The interval between the 2 incidents was infinitesimal. For some reason, however, 2 statues appeared at the Sun Temple.
At first, we thought it was a miracle brought about by Dura. Yet someone mentioned having seen the same statue in Hollystone, so we came here to verify.
This incident is so strange. Given that Dora would never cause panic or fear among her people, this is not a miracle but an act of blasphemy.
Don't worry. We'll do everything we can to thoroughly investigate this matter. Valen, head to the Sun Temple with these 2 temple members to get to the bottom of this incident.
Understood, General.
Magister, my most trusted friend, I will need your help as well.
Dura above. You guys are finally here.
This is remarkable. If I may ask, do the temple members think the sudden appearance of the statues has something to do with the Hypogean rift in the temple?
Disturbing murmurings can constantly be heard from the depths of the Hypogean rift. But we managed to prevent those sinful words from taking hold of our souls by always keeping Dura's guidance in mind. Besides, the rift's condition has been stable. There are no changes except for the sudden appearance of these 2 statues. All the acolytes on duty heard a rhythmic chanting before the statues appeared. Although they didn't hear the sound clearly, they were certain it wasn't a prayer to Dura.
The statues that appeared out of nowhere, and a rhythmic chanting. This part matches with the situation in Hollystone.
Did you guys see a purplish-red light?
My fellow acolytes didn't mention seeing any unusual light, but, hold on. Are you Archon Talene?
Do you know me?
It's really you. Talene, the Celestial who oversees the Flame of Purity. I never thought we'd be blessed with the visit of a Celestial again. This is a gift from Dura.
Celestial? Are you talking about me?
You completely match the description in the Codex. You shine as brightly as the sun and burn as fiercely as flames. Those in your presence feel like they are basking in the sunlight. These are the signs of your divine power.
But we detected a Hypogean's aura within Talene. The Magister verified it with magic, so the results can't be wrong. Does the Temple Codex mention anything related to this?
What? No, that's impossible. Celestials and Hypogeans are archenemies. According to the scripture, Talene abhors evil, having pursued Hypogeans all by herself to the ends of the continent. What a baseless accusation!
Thank you for defending me, but they aren't lying. I've lost all memories of my past. My name is indeed Talene, but I know nothing about my identity.
What? What on earth happened that could make you, a Celestial, lose your memory? This is
Don't worry about me. Right now, the townsfolk of Hollystone are in a state of fear and unease, and the heroic order is in chaos. As much as I want to retrieve what I've lost, helping other people is more pressing at the moment.
Archon Talene, you're as generous and benevolent as described. I'll vouch for your identity on behalf of the temple. Please, come with me. The two statues are in the temple. In the name of Dura, we must uncover the source of this wicked deception.
The statues look identical to the ones missing in the Hollystone Plaza. In terms of appearance, there are no discernible differences between the two statues.
The Magister has confirmed that there are traces of magic on the statues. And it's similar to the Hypogean magic we sensed around Talene.
Dora above. How blasphemous.
Well, there was only one statue back at Hollystone. How come there are now two of them?
Perhaps one of them is a counterfeit crafted by the Hypogean. We mustn't act rashly until things are confirmed. The creations of the Hypogeans can never be shown to the public.
Is there any other way we can test their authenticity?
This sensation. Stay sharp.
A bit of experience, a bit of luck.
Dora above. This is the first time a Hypo-Fiend has appeared in the vicinity of the Sun Temple. What's going on?
We ran into a Hypofiend too when we were looking for Talene previously. But this one is obviously more formidable.
Fortunately, Talene is here. Based on the records, her sacred flames are as merciless as the scorching sun, capable of purifying all evil and filth. But if it's a kind person enveloped by her flames, they will not only be left unscathed, but they will also receive a divine and warm blessing.
Hey, Magister, a penny for your thoughts? Hold on! Are you thinking of letting this lady purify the statue? What if the statue is damaged? I can hardly explain that to the people in Hollystone.
Talene's flames can tell evil and good apart. The sacred Dura statue will be intact, and the Hypogean's counterfeit will be gone, just like the Hypofiend earlier. This is the temple's guarantee to the heroic order.
Alright. Since the temple's willing to vouch for it, and the Magister is here, I'm sorry for having doubts about you before, madam. Please, go ahead.
Thank you for trusting me. I'll give it a go.
It worked! There's only one statue remaining.
Archon Talene's divine power never disappoints. Once again, I've witnessed a miracle. Oh, Dura above.
Does the one left still have the Hypogean aura?
It's gone.
I feel so relieved. The heroic order's efforts wouldn't have been able to pacify the Hollystone townsfolk for much longer. But here's another issue. How many soldiers does the general have to send to bring this huge statue back?
Archon Talene, what's the matter? Are you feeling unwell?
No, I'm all right. Magister, can we talk? I just remembered the goal I'd been pursuing before. My memory is like sparks flickering all over the place. But there's one thing I should never have forgotten. I was pursuing a Hypogean.
A Hypogean? Did you battle with it? Is that why you lost your memory?
I have no clue, as the rest of my memory hasn't resurfaced yet. The appearance and the identity of that Hypogean is still obscured in darkness. However, this place feels familiar to me. That's all I can remember. Does the info help?
Phew! I just sent a letter to Hollowstone with a carrier pigeon. A troop of soldiers will be here soon to carry the statue. I can finally wrap this up and report back to General Hogan. Magister, don't forget to check out the statue when it's back.
Valen, you guys did a fine job. I'll give you a good rating, just this time.
We only helped with moving the statue. Most of the credit goes to the Magister, and this lady here.
Dura. I remember now. Some Hypogeans take pleasure in mocking the mortals, while some survive by devouring flames. And the one I pursued and fought with, he has an unusual obsession with the divinities. That's probably why he targeted the Dura statue and Sun Temple. Sorry, this is all I can recall right now. What happened during the battle with the Hypogean and how I lost my memory is still a blur in my mind.
Don't worry! You're slowly recovering. Chippy is sure you'll remember everything in no time.
Exactly. This is a positive sign. If only the Magister could recover his memory soon, too.
Thank you for putting up with me and being by my side. Hopefully, I'll get to that Hypogean soon.
This has been quite a mission. General Hogan said he would hold a celebration dinner for us at Traveler's Light tonight. You should come. This is a rare chance to enjoy a meal on his tab. Miss Talene, Archon Talene, you've cleared your name. It might not be my place to say this, but you're free to go now. I'm merely going through the formalities. Please don't hold it against me.
You're just doing your job. There's no need to apologize. Magister, I'll spend some time roaming around town and nearby villages next. Some sightseeing might help me remember more things. See you guys tonight.
General Hogan! We're here!
Welcome. I've had Jocelyn prepare everything. I finally have the chance to treat you guys to a proper meal.
Before this, emergencies arose every single time I invited you for dinner. It's almost like a curse. The General's finally treating us. I've been waiting for this for so long. Huh, she isn't here yet.
Let's wait a little longer. We shouldn't disrespect the Celestial.
How have you all been? It's been a while. There's something I want to discuss with you all.
Magister, Chippy just heard Brion's voice. There must be something wrong with Chippy's ears.
I heard it, too. Could it be a wind message that Lorson and the others were talking about? It felt like Brion was whispering in my ear.
If you all have some time to spare, please come to Ivory Shade. The deer spirit has manifested again. Best, Leica and Bryon.
That's really concise. By the way, when the Sun Temple acolytes first saw the two Dora statues, they also thought it was a manifestation of Dora.
Sounds worrying. I think we should swing by and check things out. If a Hypogean is involved again, we can't take it lightly.
There you are.
You're just in time, Talene. We're heading to Ivory Shade to check out a similar issue.
Another manifestation?
Alas, I suppose we have to call off the dinner again. I was right to say it was a curse.
Go ahead, my friend. The Wilders need you. We can always reschedule.
Well, let's go then. We'll find out what's the deal with the deer spirit in Ivory Shade. Bryon, we're here.
Welcome. It's been a while.
I sense a different vibe here. It seems to be more crowded than before.
The people are at ease. Since the corruption in the forest was purged with the help of the deer spirit's blessing, visitors have been able to make a pilgrimage to the spirit mound outside of ritual times. One of Leica's wishes is to strengthen communication and cooperation between the Dark Forest and the Veduso Mountains so timely support can be provided when needed. Your aid greatly helped us in this regard. Now, the deer spirit seems to have manifested itself again. Therefore, Leica has entrusted me to share the news with our savior and invite you to join the celebration through a wind message. That being said, the situation this time is slightly different. Of that, I have no doubt. Well, please follow me to the Spirit Mound. Leica's already waiting for you.
Everyone, stop. This aura belongs to a Hypogean. It's nearby.
What? A Hypogean? Where? Chippy will protect everyone.
The aura's moving further away from us at a very fast speed. We can't let it escape. This is too dangerous. Please stay here while I go after him.
Hey, wait! Wow, she just unfolded her wings and flew off.
Forgive me for eavesdropping, but did that lady just mention a Hypogean? I see. A celestial who lost her memory, an unidentified Hypogean, and the mysteriously duplicated statue. Thank you all for coming. The same thing has happened here.
What? The same thing?
Do you guys also have two deer spirit statues here?
The situation is slightly different. Shall we head straight to the Spirit Mound, or wait here for Miss Talene to return?
Chippy's worried about her. That's a Hypogean, you know. All the Hypogeans we have encountered are vicious and sly. Even if a Celestial is capable of fending off a Hypogean, Talene is alone and without her memories.
Let's catch up with Miss Talene. Since we've dealt with Hypogeans before, I'm sure we can be helpful.
Now, let's see. Now, let's see who dares to challenge me. Who could possibly stand against me?
There was no trace of the Hypogean when I arrived. Its minions, however, appeared out of nowhere. It's like they were trying to hinder my pursuit.
Talene, can you still detect the Hypogean's aura?
Not anymore. It's gone without a trace.
During our journey, Alona was vigilant of her surroundings, but didn't spot anything suspicious.
Well, what should we do now? Even if we remain here, there's no guarantee the Hypogean will emerge.
I'll have Alona stay on guard. Everyone, please.
Magister, you're here. Look, overnight the deer spirit statue has duplicated into such a symmetrically beautiful form. It must be Misate, moved by the devotion of Ivory Shade's people, displaying her holiness once again. You all look so solemn. Has something happened?
Leica, something very similar occurred in Hallstone before this. And on our way here, we face vicious hypofiends. This extra statue might not be a divine blessing, but the dark work of a Hypogean.
A Hypogean? But the statues are so beautiful. Magister, how can you be sure? Since the second statue came to be, nothing out of the ordinary has occurred. The people of Ivory Shade are so delighted with a new deer spirit statue. If this is just the work of a Hypogean, they'll be devastated. I trust you all. You would not make such claims without good reason. I'll explain the situation to the authorities of Ivory Shade, so that you may investigate at will.
Identical statues.
What's the matter, Talene?
It's nothing. Shall we begin our investigation?
Any updates on the situation?
This truly is the foul work of a Hypogean. The Magister confirmed it.
And they appear absolutely identical.
Such a beautiful statue. How could it be the work of a Hypogean?
I see. What shall we do to fix this?
You mean this lady, who glows like fire and sunlight?
Don't worry, Leica. Talene's fire will only cleanse evil. It won't cause any destruction.
But it's the statue of the deer spirit from Misate that once saved our forest. I understand completely. Anything tainted by a Hypogean must not remain in Ivory Shade.
I understand your hesitation. Sacred objects aren't meant to be tainted by outsiders, especially those connected to devout prayer. Where faith or the hope in one's heart is concerned, the desire to protect what should be safeguarded must not be criticized by any. However, as a Celestial, it is my sacred duty to cleanse the world of evil.
Thank you for understanding, most honored Talene. I trust you, along with the Magister. Protecting the forest is my duty, entrusted to me by the wise Aeron. I don't want to get anyone hurt, or to let these people down in any way. Just give me a bit of time before you begin, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
If the purification goes smoothly, perhaps we'll get another lead on the Hypogean. Talene felt the Hypogean's aura on the road earlier. If it hasn't gone too far, perhaps it'll show its wretched face at last.
Perhaps we should split up and investigate. Have Hypogeans appeared nearby before? And have the residents of Ivory Shade noticed anything strange?
I will extend my search. This time, the Hypogean shall not slip away.
Like and I will explore nearby.
Well, let's go to Ivory Shade with the Magister.
We've never spoken. It's rare for outsiders to travel to Ivory Shade, so your visit on the eve of Prayer Day left an impression. You were running around helping with the preparations for Prayer Day, yes? I took note of your deeds. Now it seems that Miss Arte has appeared once more. What a delight!
Hello. May I ask...
Oh, it's you all. Wasn't there a pretty girl with you earlier, with hair as red as fire?
Do you mean Talene? Yes, she's with us.
That's strange. Why was she looking for you so frantically? It seems she has no idea where you are. Did you get separated?
Huh? Perhaps Talene has found the Hypogean?
Shh! Don't say that word in front of civilians. Do you want them all to panic?
What's this about panic?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
If you're looking for that girl, she went south to find you.
Excuse me. Has anything strange happened in Ivory Shade over the last few days?
Strange. I wouldn't describe it as such. But something sacred occurred right before my eyes. A giant bird flew through the air just now, its bright feathers and blazing trail burning like the sun as it flapped its wings. I had never seen such a creature in all my life. It must have been another miracle of Miss Arte.
Sounds like Talene is searching from above.
Which direction was it heading towards?
It flew north, burning a trail through the very sky. Was it truly a person? With such feathers and a wingspan that magnificent? It's unbelievable!
Let's leave the north to Talene and ask around somewhere else.
How could this be? Instead of the Hypogean, we've only found people who've claimed to have seen Talene.
With totally opposite reports. One said north, the other south.
Chippy has his eyes on the skies. Even if Ilona flew by instead of Talene, Chippy most certainly would have noticed.
Very strange. Let's head south and find Talene. Maybe she has something important to share with us.
Apologies. I've been searching for signs of the Hypogean and haven't been able to catch up with you all until now. The Knights of the Heroic Order said you came to Ivory Shade to investigate. Have you discovered anything?
But, Talene, what do you mean? You came to Ivory Shade with us, and then we split up to find the Hypogean.
Came with you? No, I only just arrived.
Huh? Has Talene lost her memory again?
I remember very clearly that after arriving in Hollystone, the Knights of the Heroic Order said you'd long since left. I looked for you immediately, but was told you were off investigating the surrounding areas. Huh? I've been looking for you in Ivory Shade and haven't traveled anywhere else.
How could this be? What Talene says is the opposite of what we were told.
I remember the past few hours very clearly. Are you all telling the truth? I arrived with you before and flew away north?
Chippy swears by his sword. We went to see the deer spirit statue together, and on the way, you felt the Hypogean's aura. Then we all split up to investigate.
What's going on here? Talene was slowly regaining her memory before. So how did it deteriorate all of a sudden? Both the statues of Dura and the deer spirit were enchanted to become pairs. And the Hypogean seems to focus on divine being. Is it possible there are two Taleens? Can Hypogeans also duplicate and mimic Celestials?
What? Two of me?
If Talene was duplicated by the Hypogean, that means one version arrived with us in Hollowstone, and the other traveled to Ivory Shade just now. That's the only explanation.
The Talene who came with us to Ivory Shade just now not only despises evil, but also shielded us from harm. And I don't believe the Talene we just encountered is fake.
Are you saying the Talene before us could be an imposter?
Chippy can't tell.
So it's possible that I'm just a replica of the Hypogean. A product of a Hypogean should not exist in this world.
Talene, we don't mean that you...
It's all right. I know what to do. We'll find the other me and put an end to this once and for all.
Perhaps you've all uncovered something?
Well, we didn't find the Hypogean, but there's something else. Two somethings, actually.
Is that so? Well, that's good news. What's wrong? Why do you look so grim?
Well, it's about Talene.
Are you... Oh, I understand. You're an imposter created by the Hypogean. It remains to be seen who the true imposter is. I hadn't realized I'd been affected by Hypogean magic.
Chippy's little head is spinning. The two Taleens are completely identical.
They each seem calm and balanced, but enraged as soon as Hypogeans are mentioned. They're completely indistinguishable.
How can we figure out who is who?
They both have the same appearance and tone of voice. What about their thoughts and beliefs?
Hypogeans must be vanquished from this world. Would you agree? Indeed, I feel the exact same. Then there is only one way forward. Fire will reveal the truth. Divine flames can never harm a true celestial. Evil will burn, and goodness shall remain. The replicant of the Hypogean will disappear. That is all.
But then there would be a version of Talene completely gone from the world. Neither of you even knows if you truly are replicants.
Archon Talene, I sense no evil intent behind your words or actions. You both seem genuine and divine in my eyes. Is there truly no other way?
Remember that the abominations of hypogeans must not be allowed to thrive in this world. If I am such an abomination, my light must be extinguished. And if I truly am the imposter, I will gladly succumb to my own cleansing fire and return to the ashes. If one wishes to protect others, then one must be willing to make difficult choices. It is through the sacrifices of others that I stand here today. Now, it's time to step into the light. Right. Let's do it.
Talene, are you alright?
It's all coming back. My identity. Past. And the reason I lost my memory. The hypogean I pursued was skilled at hiding in other dimensions. When we fought, I was struck by his spell. That's how I was split into two. The hypogean's power is more akin to divisive symmetry than replication. However, powers bestowed by the gods cannot be taken away. I lost my memory, but retained my celestial magic.
Was that the reason you were surrounded by the aura of a hypogean?
Wherever I went, there were always hypofiend attacks, but it was actually the residual hypogean aura on my body that drew them near. It's fortunate that I found you all. Many thanks. Now I'm stronger and more whole than ever before. So, Laika, have you made your decision?
The way forward is clear, Archon Talene. I understand all you've stood for and have witnessed your power firsthand. It would be blasphemy against Misate to allow hypogean magic to thrive in such a sacred place. Let us go to the Spirit Mound. Most Honored Talene, the task is in your hands now. Please use your divine fire to restore the deer spirit statue to its former glory.
Wait a moment. The hypogean will eventually just turn to his next target. We need to lure him out. He's accustomed to hiding in spaces created by magic. Elusive and unpredictable. But not entirely without weakness. Because he's obsessed with symmetry.
If we purposely introduce asymmetry and disorder, the hypogean will appear?
He'll spare no effort to correct mistakes he deems displeasing to the eye.
Ah, we could arrange leaves and branches in a specific beautiful pattern before introducing irregular fruit to muddle up the aesthetics. Would something like that work, Talene?
I assure you, the hypogean will be enraged beyond his wildest imagination.
Then leave the gathering to us. The hypogean shall pay once and for all.
Please, arrange them around the altar and stand back. I will infuse a small amount of divine power into these materials to attract the Hypogean's attention, and use this opportunity to restore the altar to its original state. Ready yourselves, everyone.
The grotesque creations of the divine, even under my careful manipulation, barely display the beauty of symmetry and equilibrium. The aesthetic shortcomings I tirelessly rectified have been ruined by these aesthetically inferior foreign objects. Unforgivable. It's reprehensibly unforgivable.
So you finally appeared, putrid Hypogean Rainier.
Stupid buzzard. I'd have thought you'd have a better concept of true beauty. I've guided and assisted you beyond comprehension, even using you as the original model of truly beautiful artwork. Yet you've shattered my efforts with your own wretched hands. Despicable, detestable. You're no different from the other deceitful and cunning Celestials. The essence of perfect art lies in symmetry, balance, and the golden ratio. Complete numbers, symmetrical shapes, graceful spirals, flawless circles.
Magister, don't waste your breath on him. He's an utter lunatic. He perceives his own form as the ultimate masterpiece, and believes himself the voice and enforcer of what constitutes aesthetic perfection. He had even considered the human heart, which resides on the left side of the chest, to be ugly, and had launched an aesthetic correction, the result of which was an unspeakably violent massacre. Even among his filthy, evil, and insane compatriots, Rainier is the most incomprehensible of them all.
Not being understood by foes is merely a matter of perspective. The arduous path, unseen by others, is the zenith of fine art. In pursuit of beauty, sacrifices are always necessary. You mortals cannot comprehend such logic. Pitiful indeed. All the ugliness of this world will be cleansed by my own hands. And that includes you, disgusting worms. Such strife, such ignorance. True aesthetics will never be drowned out by vulgarity, never. Let these miserable, vile creations of the gods languish a little longer, for there will come a day when true art will flourish across the land by my hand.
Spatial magic. He escaped.
Archontaline, that Hypogean, will he ever return?
Fear not. I will hunt him to the edge of the world if I must, and he will face the justice he deserves. Such is the duty of a Celestial. You also have your own mission to shoulder. I feel it will be an arduous journey. Perhaps you have forgotten certain things now, but memories and forgetfulness are both trials and gifts bestowed by Dura. If it wasn't for my amnesia, how would I have met you all and forged such friendships? Let us part here, and look forward to meeting under brighter circumstances. Farewell, and may your paths be guided by the light and warmth of the sun.